All right, joining us right now, not that kind of senioritis, the one, the only, the great leader of this great city, our friend and yours, Mayor Darrell Steinberg. Good morning, Mr. Mayor. It's David. It's Jason. How are you?
Dave and Jason, good to be with you. You're talking about Shohei Ohtani of the San Francisco Giants.
Oh, are you recruiting?
Breaking news. Here we go.
I'm projecting my wishes.
We were just talking. So, like when people graduate high school, they get senioritis. Jason brought this up. You got what? You got just a few months left here. Are you
No.
No? Oh, it's December of 2024. Not
we got time.
Oh, you got plenty of time. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I have no senioritis. I have 17 months, and I'm working harder than I ever have. And no way. I'm not going to coast at any point. The people hired me for a full 4 years, and that's what I'm doing. And man, we got so many things to do, from, the challenges, of course, but also some of the great things like continuing the fight for our place in the Major League Soccer world.
Yeah. How about that? The news that we heard the other day about, the potential now of this becoming a reality for not only a downtown stadium again, but MLS. What's the latest from your end, Mr. Mayor, on the news that we heard earlier this week?
Well, I mean, it went public, and everything that has been written by Marcus Bertone is completely accurate. It was just time to tell the public that we have actually been working very hard on this for the last year plus. We never gave up, even after the Ron Burkle, the unfortunate situation. Everybody thought it was dead. I've never given up. What happened was, I linked up with an old friend of mine, Fabian Nunez, who was the Speaker of the Assembly when I was in the Assembly. I was his budget chair. And I went on, he ended up retiring. I ended up becoming Senate Pro Tem, as you know, and we remained friends. Fabian is a very successful business person and very connected to sports and soccer. And so I said to Fabian, we can't give up here. Help me, would you please? And he did. And we started meeting with Kevin Nagel, and he led us to Linda Stronach and Kevin Gilmore, the Stronach Group, a year plus ago. And we have been engaged in very serious conversation. It's complicated, and I can't go into the details actually, but what's been reported is true, that they are, very engaged and very interested. We have made great progress on all the tentative agreements that would be necessary to complete an agreement. Now it's really about the league and the Stronach Group, but she brings such an incredible portfolio would bring to Major League Soccer. I mean, she is an incredibly successful businesswoman. She meets the definition for, entry into the league in terms of wealth. She's also a former public servant. She was a member of the Canadian Parliament. She's a terrific person. And Kevin Gilmore is dynamic as well. So, it's kind of an odd thing, you guys, because on the one hand, we report that we are still very much in the hunt and with some specificity, but it's far from done. And there are some things that are out of our control. The increasing, the increasing franchise fee is since the Burkle episode, and so we just have to see. But we're very much in the hunt.
The mayor of Sacramento, Darrell Steinberg, joining us. I kind of want to go point through all the parties. Let's start with somebody you just mentioned, Kevin Nagel, who your old, I think he, if I know the timeline right, hired your old friend Fabian Nunez, partially on your recommendation, and has been funding that along with the team, along with flying to Toronto and meeting with Belinda, and in the meantime, just bought an English League soccer club. It takes everyone to tango. And just from your perspective, Mr. Mayor, how invaluable has not just Kevin's contacts and business acumen, but more importantly, really patience and willingness to engage when I think he should be on an island somewhere with a drink and an umbrella. How important is the mayor? Is it to have that? And, wish we could have more like him.
I may join him on that island, by
Nice.
the way. But let me say, and I'm not, just overstating it because you're asking. To me, Kevin Nagel is a hero to the Sacramento community because he doesn't whine, he doesn't complain. He, he always moves forward, and he has never given up on this project. He's never given up on the rail yards. He's never given up on the prospect of Major League Soccer. He, could have easily just, done a lot of things, sold, moved the team, I suppose, lots of things. But he knows that this city loves him and is loyal to both him and the idea of more professional sports. And so he, as a matter of character, I think, and I think ultimate good business sense, has decided to really stick this thing out. And, I know I'm grateful. And I'm grateful to Todd Donovan as well, because, he's been the point and just brings such a positive attitude to everything he does. We've got quite a team, and that's what's made this work. These things often, or at least gives us the prospect of making it work. These things often fall apart when there are recriminations. People get angry. I mean, the Burkle thing didn't work out, so therefore we're splitting apart. We've never done that. Between Kevin Nagel, Todd Donovan, my office, myself personally, Scott White, my deputy chief of staff, the Stronach Group, DRV themselves, we have all stayed tight. And we know that, the clock is ticking, and that, we can't wait forever. But when we got a good and great connection to the Stronach Group, we decided, let's go and let's see if we can make this happen. It always takes a long time. There are a lot of variables, which again, I can't really get into the details, but we have a chance. And in part, it's because we've all stuck together.
Yeah. So on that end, like what keeps this from happening? You talked about the prospect of making it work is still definitely there, whether it's time that you addressed, financial, political. There's a lot of stuff involved here. What's maybe your biggest obstacle from making it happen?
Well, let's remember, we have an already approved stadium plan. There's no need for more environmental review. We have, as I said, we've made great progress on all the tentative things that would be necessary. I mean, the remaining step is not within our control. It is about, the Stronach Group having conversations with the league. And that's going to happen. It is happening. And we'll see where that goes. I don't want to overpromise because I don't know. Yeah. But what's within our control, we're ready to go.
Is there any chance the details that you can't get into, could we get you to get into those, and could you overpromise? It's not, what are you going to not get elected again?
I sure could overpromise, but then people would be very disappointed. And, I've learned over time, right? I mean, I'm one of these guys, you lay out a big vision and then you go for it. And usually that's worked out for me. In this job, sometimes, I realize that you got to bring people along. And so I want to set reasonable expectations here. But this went public for a reason. It's not, some frivolous thing that, they're kicking the tires. I mean, we have been, like I said, we've been at it now for over a year. And so we'll just keep going. We think they're great. We, again, have a real team approach to all of this. And I think, the league, the one thing I know about the league is that last round, they saw what Sacramento is all about. I remember one of the MLS executives saying to me, usually we have these rallies. This was the Burkle thing, when we announced it.
2 years ago yesterday, by the way. 2 years ago yesterday.
Was it really?
Yeah, how about that?
I may have forgotten the anniversary. They said, usually we have these rallies in airport hangars. He said, we've never seen anything like this. I mean, the Capitol Mall, and just how happily crazy the fans are here. And now it doesn't hurt that the Kings had the run they had with all the national exposure either. I mean, everybody knows that this is a great sports town and a great city and a great region. So maybe we'll have a little bit of luck this time, along with the skill and the and the perseverance that I think every party to this has shown over the course of the last number of years.
Well, you know what? Take it from a one-horse town to maybe a two-horse town, and who better to do that than somebody that has experience in racetracks? That's that's the mayor, Darrell Steinberg.
There you go.
Joining us. We are out of time. I understand you were a little under the weather yesterday, and you coming in and doing this, and I'm sure you got a busy schedule. We appreciate it, and good luck to you and Belinda and Larry and Denton Kelly and Kevin Nagel, of course, and everybody associated with this, and hopefully, very, very soon we'll have good news, even better news, I should say.
Thank you guys for doing so much for the spirit of the community. Appreciate it.
You are welcome, and we'll talk to you soon, Mr. Mayor. Thank you. That is the mayor, Darrell Steinberg. We will take a break right now. We move on from the mayor to the head coach. Sac State Stingers coach Andy Thompson, new coach Andy Thompson. Big shoes to fill. We'll check his shoe size in studio. Coming up right after this.